no force or pressure to be unanimous, yet they still acted unanimously.
It looks like it's just a war on, Democrats hate Trump and vice versa. That's really
No,
what it
I'm
all
not.
is.
So I'm not just doing it because I hate Trump.
Well,
I'm
a
doing it because
minute
he's a
ago,
terrible guy.
hang on a
So
second. A
the
minute
reason
ago,
why I hate Trump is because he's a terrible
illegals
guy.
coming into the country, and you immediately said, well, Trump's committed crimes. So you immediately jumped to hating Trump just because I said illegals committed crimes.
No, what I'm saying is that you don't care about Trump doing that, but you do care about like undocumented immigrants doing that.
Well, I mean, I asked you if illegals coming into the country is a crime, and you said, well, Trump's committed crimes. You
And I
immediately.
also did acknowledge the fact that it is a crime. But again, just because it's a crime doesn't mean we enforce it in such a strict sense.
No, I got you.
Rachel,
Well,
thank you for the dollar. Thank you so much.
I'm still Trump 2024. It's good to talk to you, man. You have a good evening.
All right, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you will be voting for Trump in 2024. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Let's get this next person up here. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, and the Vote Plus, tap that screen that's trying to get to a
What's
million
up,
likes.
buddy?
Yo, what's up? Are you voting Trump?
Oh yeah,
Why so?
because I can.
Okay, if you could vote for Hitler, would you vote for him?
Huh?
If you could vote for Hitler, would you do it? Because you can.
Who would vote for Hitler?
So there are actually many people that did. He was democratically voted in. Not only was he democratically
They
voted
got
in,
some serious issues if you're voting for Hitler.
yeah, you got some serious issues if you're voting for someone that's civilly liable of sexual abuse, defamation, fraud, has 34 felonies, shred over the government, should restrict women's access to abortion.
Hey, do you hate
called for a
all
complete and total
felons
shutdown of
or
Muslims
just
entered the
Trump?
country.
You
I
hate
do not,
all
I do not,
felons
I do
or
not
just
hate
Trump?
all felons. I was not giving a reason why I hate a felon. What I was saying is that, appreciate the hat mustache, thank you so much. The characteristics he has is not worthy of being president of the United States. If you think felons shouldn't be able to get access to certain types of work opportunities,
So it's
why do you
just
think they
Trump.
should be able to run for president of the United States? If you think that violent sexual offenders shouldn't be able to get access to guns, why should they be able to run for president and gain access to the nuclear codes?
So do you like
These are
all
questions you cannot
felons
answer.
except Trump?
What's up?
No. Okay.
No, I do not like all felons. There are some felons I don't like, and there are some felons I probably would like. Like if someone has
Okay,
committed a
cool.
non-violent felony, they could still be a good person.
So there's a problem that I'm voting for Trump,
Yes,
and please give me that. What's that problem?
he's been held civilly liable for sexual abuse, defamation,
So that's your
fraud.
main reason.
Appreciate the relax. Thank you so much. So yes, those are some main reasons that he's
No,
been held
that's your
civilly
main
liable
reason.
for
That's what you
sexually
did that.
assaulting a woman.
Okay, so
He's
that's
had
your
terrible
main reason.
policy. He did not do anything to benefit the middle class more than he benefit rich people. Charlie, think of the galaxy. Thank you so much. He clearly showed benefit for the rich billionaires and corporations. Appreciate. Thank you so much for the hand arts. And he did not show a care for the middle class. He said he cared about the border. He undermined the border bill.
What do you
He said he
mean?
cared about peace
Everything
in the
was
Middle East,
cheaper.
yet he specifically is undermining a ceasefire. What's up?
What do you mean? Everything was cheaper.
Wait, how did he cause it to be cheaper?
How would I know? But everything was cheaper.
Okay, so just because it was cheaper under his administration does not mean it was caused by him. For example, it was also cheaper during Bill Clinton. Was that caused by Bill Clinton?
So did the Biden and Kamala?
It was cheaper under Bill Clinton. Was that caused by Bill Clinton? Thank you for the panther pause.
You can cut me off. It's cool.
Do you want to answer my question?
Wait, what was the question?
It was cheaper under Bill Clinton. Does that mean it was caused by him?
I have no idea, man.
Okay, so just because it happened under the administration doesn't mean that you believe it was caused by them.
So is that a problem
Is what a problem?
that I'm voting for Trump?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I don't think you're going to change my mind, Parker.
Because you're not open. And the goal isn't necessarily to change your mind in specific, it's to change the people's mind in the chat. And you saying that you're not open-minded not only convinces independence, but it also shows how delusional and crazy you are. And that you're
I'm
upheld
crazy
of confirmation
'cause I'm
bias.
crazy 'cause I'm
and that you're
voting
not
for-
upheld the facts. It's feelings over facts for you, but it's facts over feelings for everyone else.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm crazy because I'm voting for Trump.
Well, the specific reasons you've given me are crazy, yes.
I didn't give you a reason, man. All I
you
said was
understand-
everything was cheaper. And now you're
Yeah, those
like,
are crazy
spewing-
reasons.
All right.
So why are you
can-
voting Trump, Dalton?
I just said everything was cheaper. Let's say he was running everything.
Wait, so if
better.
you're saying that was a reason why you're voting for Trump, why'd you start laughing when I was critiquing that as a reason to vote for him?
Because you're mad because I said
I'm not
everything
mad. I
was
just clearly
cheaper?
pointed out your hypocrisy.
Okay, now you're getting a little bit, smiling. So I like it. You're getting this. You're getting somewhere. So what do you think about the border?
I think Donald Trump said he cares about the border, said that there's a big border crisis, but didn't care about it, actually. If there was a border crisis right now,
He
then
didn't
there was
care
a border
about it, but he
crisis.
started it. he started the border wall. How does that make sense?
Well, he says that he cares about it, but if he's not the one to do it, he doesn't actually care about it. He just
So
wants the
why did
recognition
he
for
put
it.
it in
And the
play?
reason, well, because he wants the recognition for it. Under the
Okay.
context of the Biden-Harris administration, it is the case that there was a border bill that was put up, and because it was going to help the Democrats in terms of how they look, Donald Trump didn't want to get it passed.
What do you mean, dude? It was passing, bro.
It didn't because of Donald Trump.
No, you guys kind of like
Donald Trump
forced him
said,
out
"Blame
of
it on me if the border bill fails."
You guys
That's what-
forced him out
That's
of
what
it.
Donald Trump said. We didn't force him out. What are you talking about?
Okay, sure.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, bud? I
Yeah, I'm
can
asking
say
you what you're
whatever I
talking about.
want, dude.
Yeah, you can say it, but it's a lie.
Is it? Is it?
Yes,
Okay, yeah, sure. Tell me why it's a lie.
because there's no evidence supporting it, and you just
There's
acted
no
like
evidence
you're
to
confident
anything,
saying
man.
that.
So what do you think about what?
There's
what-
evidence to plenty of things. I show evidence for things that I believe I'm alive every day.
What's the? Okay, sure. I'm trying.
Yeah, like for
you
example,
never
Donald
show
Trump.
any evidence
Donald Trump
whatsoever
signed
to
more debt.
anything.
Donald Trump signed more debt into law. 8.4 trillion under his administration, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related, whereas under the Biden-Harris administration it was 4.3 trillion, 2.2 trillion non-COVID related.
Okay, so what do you think about the tax debt or the credit card debt?
Okay, so the you said the credit card debt, and then what else? The credit card debt. I don't see how that's relevant. What
You don't
else?
see how everybody's trying to spend money because everything's more expensive.
Okay, so again, if you want people to be able to afford things, well then support Kamala Harris's
So we're
economic
in
policy,
huge-
where she wants to reduce the effect of medical debt, where she wants to make it so that it doesn't show bad on your credit. Thank you for
So
thank
after
you so much.
4 years,
she wants to
she finally
increase
came up
standards
with
for
this.
people who are trying to get pharmaceutical drugs in terms of capping the cost of pharmaceutical drugs.
After 4
She wants to
years,
go over
she
price
finally
gouging.
Came up with a policy of helping people. That's a little
What?
weird.
What'd you say?
It's a little weird. After 4 years, they finally come up with something to do.
They have.
help people.
They had before. The Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill, the CHIPS and Science Act, the PACT Act, the Inflation Reduction Act. The Inflation Reduction Act was determined due to a tie-breaking vote specifically of Kamala Harris. It had within it a $35 cap on insulin. That was specifically something that she got put into the bill. Not only that,
How long
the $35
ago?
cap on insulin for seniors. This was 2022. But it is the case that,
So 1 year ago.
are you okay? It's 2024. What? How long ago was 2022?
Let's see the evidence on that, bud.
How long ago was 2022?
Let's see the evidence on it.
How long ago was 2022?
Look it up. Let's
I know
see
how
it.
long
You said
ago
you
it
show
was,
evidence
but
all the time.
You clearly didn't care. Look up Inflation Reduction Act of 2022.
I'm just saying, show the evidence like you say you always do.
You can go to congress.gov, look up Inflation Reduction Act 2022. That's the source.
So you're just going to tell me to look up something like Reed did yesterday, but you were, diverting. Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it. Oh,
No, that actually didn't come. But you will,
Okay, yeah.
if you look up Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, you will see the congress.gov and you will be able to read it.
Okay, yeah, just like Reed was trying to show you something you just didn't want to believe. So
No, it literally didn't come up. I did end up looking at it, and it was literally a fucking dumbass post because it didn't have anything within it.
dumbass post because
Appreciate the hand art.
he did.
No, it seriously, it didn't have any source in it to any of the things that it claimed. Literally nothing. It was just some random.
Everything's dumb.
It was some random source,
Will
and the
come
first
will
and the
come,
first source he
but-
gave me was his own article that he created.
Okay, and then he was trying to show you the real one, but you were like, no, it don't come up.
It didn't.
Yeah, okay,
literally
because you
didn't.
didn't want to look hard enough.
I literally typed in exactly what he said. But
No,
why are
you
you
didn't.
why are
He
you
was showing you
deflecting?
the URL.
Why are you deflecting and not looking up Inflation Reduction Act? And no, he wasn't.
He showed you the URL. What
No,
are you
he
talking
didn't.
about?
No, he didn't. He didn't do that. One, two. Do you want to stop deflecting and respond to what I just said?
Okay, what was your question?
Can you look up the Inflation Reduction Act of
No,
2022?
because you wouldn't look up Reed stuff yesterday. So
I literally did. Why are you,
you
being so
tried,
insufferable?
but you really
Hey
didn't get very
Dalton.
far.
Hey Colton, why are you being so so insufferable?
Is that hard for you to understand?
Did you wear a bandage on your right ear after Trump got shot?
Hey, who's taking shots? Who's taking bullets for our country?
He didn't take it for this country. The only reason he's in the position he is because he's trying to get out of jail.
sure.
He's trying
not
to get out of
standing
jail.
in front of millions of people. Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
I never said he wasn't standing in front of millions of people. Are you okay?
So he's not taking bullets for our country to be a president.
He's not taking bullets for a country. No, a bullet grazed his ear. He got lucky and he survived.
Oh, he
right?
got lucky.
Yeah, he absolutely got lucky. He says it himself.
Wow.
Not only that, but it is the case that it was from a Republican, a registered Republican.
Okay, so I can register Democrat and still vote for Trump. What's the big deal?
Wait, you understand that he voted for Republicans in the 2022 midterms, right?
Okay. There's not a lot of money can fix some people's heads, man.
Money. So he got paid.
You never
Even
know.
though he had Trump signs outside of his lawn,
know.
and he was the only conservative in his classes at school.
Just like how Harry got paid. A lot of people can get paid for different
What
views,
makes you
bud.
think Harry's paid?
I have no idea. That's what I just see.
Oh, okay. So you just saw it on the internet. Okay, so you're paid by the RNC because I saw that on the internet.
You said I'm getting paid by the RNC?
Yeah, because I saw that on the internet. You're
Did
paid by
you?
Trump.
Man, he ain't paying me enough, that's for sure.
You're paid by Captain Bone Spurs.
Yeah, he ain't paying me enough, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know, right? He does underpay
guess
his
what? I'm
workers. You know
still
what I mean?
voting for him.
He underpays them. He fires them when they try to ask for higher wages. You know what I mean? Like,
And I'm still voting for him.
yeah, because you don't care about people.
Yeah, I don't care about people.
You're going to be
You
written.
care about-
Right,
you don't
understand
care
there are going to be
about-
history books written about you about how American fascism was maintained. It was because people like you. There are literally going to be clips
Hey,
from
what
my
do you think
live
about Walter,
played in history books because of
Watterson?
people like you.
What do you think about Walter Watterson?
Masterson.
Is that
you
your
mean?
friend?
I'm not friends with him now, but like
Useless, like
he makes fun of date right stuff, and that's really funny.
you respect him as a man.
More than I do Trump.
Wait, so you're saying that he's a man, right?
Seemingly, yeah.
Okay. Does he? What's his pronouns? Sorry, I don't know. I didn't check his pronouns.
Probably he, him.
He, him. Gotcha. Okay.
What are your pronouns?
I think it's him.
Him? You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you have any other questions to try to persuade me to vote for Trump?
Yeah. Would you let a violent sex offender have a gun?
Violent sex offender have a gun. Why would they have a gun?
Do you think a violent sex offender should be able to get a gun legally?
Well, I live in a state where it's open carry, so I mean, how are you supposed to even know they get a gun? You
So
get it
I have
on
a
the
question.
black
I have a
market.
question. So do you think that they should be able to get access
They're going
to
to do
a
whatever
gun?
they want, Parker.
Okay, so you think violent sex offenders should legally be able to get a gun?
They'll do it if they need it.
Okay.
So what are you-
Where
are you trying to go
So
with
I have a
this?
question. Do you think that someone who was held civilly liable of sexually assaulting a child, do you think they should be able to be a gym teacher?
Possibly they could.
Yeah, you think so?
If they could, they probably could.
You're
You don't
okay
know
with
how
them
many
being,
there are
so,
is right now.
So you're okay with them being a gym teacher? Would you let them be the gym teacher of your children?
Huh?
Would you let them be the gym teacher of your children?
How many teachers do you think are in like that right now?
Do I think? I don't know. I don't think there should be any though. Do you think?
So
do
you don't-
Do you think that they should be a gym teacher?
Why would they?
Do you think they should be a gym teacher?
I'm not going to answer that because you're just being dumb.
Delulu Dalton can't answer the question. Delulu Dalton.
Those are his opinions.
Dalton, you there? Charlie, think of the superpower.
That's just a terrible question.
Oh, why?
Why are we talking about like nasty stuff, dude? Like, is that what's in your mind 24/7?
Who's in my mind?
I don't know, rapist or whatever you were saying.
The fact that I shouldn't vote for someone who's been held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. Yeah.
So you just hate Trump because he's a felon, and you like all other felons.
I know. I hate him because he's been held civilly liable of sexual abuse, defamation, fraud. He tried to overthrow the government. He tried to restrict women's access to abortion. He called for a complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering the country. He's a racist. He's a misogynist. Those are reasons I hate him.
Okay, so the reason why I don't like Biden, because he don't like or what?
I'm not talking about Biden. I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah,
Do you dream about Biden? Like, are you sad that he left you? Are you having
Okay,
like a
so
response
Kamala.
like you're so sad that he left you?
Let's go to Kamala then. That's fine.
I'm sorry he broke up with you. I'm really sorry Biden broke up with the
We
country
can
and
go
said
to
he's not going to
Kamala.
run again.
Can we
I
go
know
to
you
Kamala?
really wanted him to run so bad, even though you were asking for him to step down a few months ago.
Can we go to Kamala?
Kamala.
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 Ka-
Okay,
Camel,
Colton. Hey,
Camel.
Colton. Everyone call him Colton.
Yeah, call
Colt.
me Colton.
Cult.
Okay,
Colton. Colton.
so when is she gonna do an interview? You said like next week,
Okay, Colton. Colton, I already told you tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay, you said
Okay,
next
Colton.
week to the other guy.
Colton.
So the only thing I've seen a video
Colton.
of her on is talking about
Hey,
her
Colton.
charging her phone on the
Hey,
plane.
hey, Colton. Hey, Colton. Hey,
So
Colton.
she's more focused on
Hey,
charging
Colton.
her phone
Colton.
on the plane.
Colton.
I'm just
Can
talking.
you answer my question?
I didn't.
So do you think violent sexual offenders of children should be able to be gym teachers?
There are.
So you think they should be able to?
I didn't say that.
If you could restrict them from being able to be a gym teacher, would you do it?
Are you the president of the United States?
If you could restrict it, would you do it?
Are you the president of the United
If you
States
could
that are able
restrict
to
it,
make that?
if you could restrict it, would you do it?
I just said I'm not answering that question because that's the
Okay, I'll
worst
give you 5
question.
seconds to answer the question, or I'll kick you from my stream.
Okay, go ahead. Because that is
Later.
the dirtiest question I've ever heard in my life.
Sorry. Do you need a Kleenex? You can clean up your tears when you have to say, "Thank you, Madam President, for the tissues." Thank you, Madam President. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
Yeah. Are you voting Trump?
Yes, I am.
Why so?
Well, I believe that the Democrats are part of the Communist Party, and I think we need to save America.
Yeah, really. So, can you define communism?
Can you define communism for me? Because obviously I don't know.
You don't know?
Now, can you answer it for me? What is?
I can. I used to be a communist. Now, can you tell me what communism is?
No, I can't. I'm an ignorant Trump supporter. So can you just
No,
tell me?
go for it. I just want to hear you because you're clearly being facetious there.
Well, when you want to have the government take control, like Kamala Harris wants to implement government supermarkets.
So for example, for example, restricting the free flow of labor in terms of immigration, or like trying to restrict people from being able to burn the American flag, which is protected by the First Amendment, right? Putting them in prison for a year for burning the American flag, like those things.
Well, let me tell you this. I'm a veteran of this country, and if I ever saw anybody burning a flag in my presence...
Did you know that Donald Trump said that veterans are suckers and losers? And that
didn't
John
say that.
McCain is not a war hero because he was captured, who was a POW for this country for 5 years and was tortured for this country?
Parker, I've been watching you do these things, and you have your liberal talking points, and then you just try to bash Trump.
Yep,
But you
the
have
DNC gives me my liberal talking points. So real.
So do you think that Trump is a threat to democracy?
So, yes, I do think he is.
You do. So you believe in democracy, but you're voting for a president that didn't earn one vote in the primary. But you're calling
Do you know how
Trump
the party
a threat to
process
democracy.
works?
I do know how the party process works.
Okay, so we vote for
So this-
delegates. Delegates vote for who we want. We wanted Kamala Harris. We wanted Joe Biden to step down. Joe Biden stepped down. The vice president steps up. The party's unified, and you're mad. You're mad.
not-
You're going to lose.
I'm not-
You're
I'm
mad
not
that Donald Trump's not going to be president of the United States,
The only
and that
way
he's going to be
Donald
sent
Trump
off to
loses-
prison, and he's going to be behind bars. Okay,
The only way Donald Trump loses...
this guy's going to be
is if the
behind
Democrats
bars, and you're
cheat.
so sad.
He's not going behind bars. Who are you
Yes,
kidding?
he is.
There's
He will
no
be
shot
behind
in the world.
bars.
Dude, this is a whole witch hunt. Okay,
It's not a witch hunt. He's going to be sentenced here very soon.
Okay, I'll bet you any amount of money that you can raise
Interesting
that Donald
glasses, thank
Trump
you.
won't spend a day in jail.
I can't do that on live because it's prohibited on live.
Okay, but all you do is come up with these blasting talking points to bash
Thank you,
Trump,
money gun.
but you can't support Kamala Harris in
Thank you,
anything
the money
she's
gun.
done. She's the most liberal, socialist congresswoman.
So
in
that was
history.
a contradiction. So I'll tell you what communism is. Communism is a stateless, classless, and moneyless society in which the workers control the means of production or the public. Socialism is when the workers or the public control the means of production. Now that's not what Kamala Harris is advocating for. So can you tell me what policy she supports that's communism?
I don't think Kamala Harris supports any policy. I think she's a puppet.
Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much. So if she doesn't support any policy, how do you know she's a communist?
because she's the most liberal congresswoman in history. She was
Okay, that would be contradictory to being communist.
Okay, so when she
if you
was,
are liberal, you're in support of money existing, you're in support of classes existing, and you're in support of literally the state. Okay, all three things that are fundamentally contradictory to communism.
Okay.
Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much. So you don't know what communism is. You can't define it. You're just engaging in Red Scare propaganda because you think that Donald Trump, right, is this great guy and that Kamala Harris is a leftist socialist communist, but yet she's still stealing Donald Trump's policy and has no policy of her own. So the policy she has is communist.
Name something.
Yeah. So the policy of hers is communist, but it's also from Donald Trump. So Donald Trump's policy is communist. Thank you for the handout. Thank you so much. Right? That's what's communist. Just to be clear here, right? Donald Trump's policy is communism.
You can't come up with one policy that Kamala Harris is.
Thank you for the superpower. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the $25 subsidy specifically for new home buyers, right? For the first time buyers as it relates to homes for new homes. Not only that, but she wants to do a $6,000 child tax credit for the first year, $3,600 until they're 5 years old, and then until they're 18 years old, they get $3,000 child tax credit each kid. That's another thing. She also wants to cap pharmaceutical costs. She wants to get rid of medical debt by specifically making it so that it doesn't affect your credit.
Where does the money come from?
So the money specifically comes from increasing income taxes on income over $400,000 a year and increasing the unrealized capital gains tax on wealth over $100 million.
Do you know that right now the average citizen is probably taxed at over 50% when you look at the whole entire picture? When you work, you get taxed on your income. When you buy
Wait, do you want to go back to what I was saying earlier? Can you tell me what I was saying earlier?
Well, all the things that you talk about are below the line issues. Let's talk about reality and what's affecting American people. Okay, you're talking like I'm sure you're going to bring up abortion. Abortion is such a below the line issue for me. I really don't care. Let a woman do whatever she wants. I don't care.
But yet you want to vote in someone who quite literally is undermining women's access to abortion in this country. You understand that Donald Trump specifically put 3 judges in the Supreme Court that explicitly overturned access to Roe versus Wade, which led to 1/3 of women in this country having a restricted access to abortion, and it led to great victims in this country having restricted access to abortion and not having federal protections. So you didn't protect victims. Donald Trump did protect victims. You actively undermined their rights.
No, the federal government shouldn't be involved in this. It's brought to the state level. That's all that Roe versus Wade.
Why should it be left up to the states?
Why should it be left up to the federal government?
Because it is the case that the federal government should protect women's access to abortion, and women in California and women in Kansas and women in Texas should have the same rights.
Why?
Thank you for the handout. Thank you so much.
Why?
Because I think that this is a fundamental right that should be protected the same way that I think other rights should be protected as well, like the right to vote. Appreciate the ICU. Thank you so much. Do you think women's right to vote should be left up to the state?
Do I think women's right to vote should be left up to the state? I think that has nothing to do with the abortion. Has nothing.
Answer my question. Do you think women's right to vote should be left up to the states?
No, because you're voting in a federal
Why
election.
not? Why not? Answer the question. Why not?
Federal election.
Hey, why not, Tim?
Because you're voting in a federal election.
Okay, so?
So why should the state have power over a federal election?
Yeah, so why should the state have... Wait, why should the state have power over federally protected rights?
It's not a federally protected right. That's what
it should be, right? Why should they have power and legislative power over the fundamental rights of people in this country?
Parker, abortion is such a below the line issue. You have to look at
below the line. So women's rights aren't a big enough deal for you. Okay.
No, reproductive.
I knew you didn't care about your women. You're voting for a misogynist. You're voting for a guy that quite literally has a history of sexual violence against women. You're voting for a guy that restricted women's access to rights. That's who you're voting for.
You're voting for somebody that has no policy of her own. She's a puppet.
She does. I gave you multiple of the policies, yet you sat up here and you fucking lied over and over again to make yourself feel better. You're voting for a guy that's a criminal. You're voting for a guy that's constantly put himself over the Constitution. You're voting for a guy that is undermining our American democracy. You're voting for a guy that tries to engage in religious persecution. You're voting for a guy that walks into changing rooms of naked teenage girls. You're voting for a guy that said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. You're voting for a guy that's fundamentally undermining your First Amendment. Thank you for the boxing glove. Thank you so much. You're voting for a guy that is undermining all of these things, women's rights, your rights. You don't care about it because he just wants to get out of jail.
No, I'd rather pay $9 for a gallon of milk and $4.50 for a gallon of gas.
Can you tell me what Biden-Harris policy caused inflation? Because there was global inflation in Africa, in Asia, in South America, in Central America, in Europe, everywhere around the world experienced inflation, the same trend as the United States. We actually had the fastest response to inflation in the G7. Did you know that?
you
No,
gonna
you
let me
didn't.
talk?
Thank
Are
you,
you
the
gonna let
rock
me
star.
talk?
Thank you so much. You're not going to blame Donald Trump for a global pandemic, but you do blame Biden Harris for global inflation.
I blame the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization.
Okay, so not the Biden Harris
Not Donald
administration.
Trump.
To be clear,
What?
not the Biden Harris administration, right?
No, the Obama administration.
The Obama administration wasn't in office with the pandemic.
They're
Appreciate the
still in
cap. Thank you so
office
much.
right
Or
now.
inflation.
They're still in office right now.
No, they're not. You're just making shit up because you're fucking mad that Donald Trump lost. You're mad that he's going to
No,
lose
Donald
again,
Trump got the
and you're
election
mad that he's
stolen by
never
him.
going to affect the future of this nation because what he does is he brings us down. He doesn't bring us together. He does not unify us. Think of the galaxy. Thank you so much. And that's corroborated by multiple chiefs of staff. That's corroborated by multiple national security advisors. That's corroborated by multiple people that put their jobs and their career on the line to tell us that he's a threat to this country and he's unfit to be president of the United States. Thank you for the head mustache. Thank you so much. Thank you for the little
Those are all
crown.
deep state people, bro. Come
These are
on.
not deep state people. These are people that he hand selected. Appreciate
That's not true.
the cap. Thank you so
That's
much.
not true.
Mike Pence, Bill Barr. Those people
Mike
were
Pence-
selected directly by Donald Trump. Did you know that?
You think Donald Trump is he individually handpicked all these people?
Yes, he
You don't
did.
think that the Republican Party?
Yes, he did. Thank you for the hand art. Thank you. So he didn't handpick his vice president. He didn't handpick
No,
his
I
chief
don't-
of staff. He didn't handpick his national security advisor. He
No, I
didn't
don't-
handpick any of these people. Thank
I
you
don't
for the
believe-
confetti. Thank you so
I don't
much.
think that he
His
was
three
personally-
national security advisors that
dude.
all told you he's unfit for president. He knows nothing about national security. He doesn't care about the country, and he only cares about himself. That's the guy,
That's
the
what he
unfit
said?
guy. I appreciate the
Oh,
Panther
these
Paws.
are
Thank you so much.
things that
That
you
you
make
want to
up.
be running for president again. They all literally gave up their careers to tell you he's unfit and he's a threat to this country, and you want to vote for him.
Bro,
His
50
hand-picked national security advisors.
51 national security advisors that have been part of the deep state since the 1970s come out and say Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. So if they've been a part of the deep state
from
since the
before you were
19
born, bro.
So if they've been a part of the deep state since the 1970s and his goal specifically was to drain the swamp, why did he specifically appoint the people that were a part of the swamp? He sits there and he lies to you and you fucking eat it up like it's cake. Let them eat cake. Let them eat cake. Thank you so much for the paper crane. Thank you so much.
You think the CIA killed Kennedy?
No.
No. Do you
The
think
Harvey
we landed-
Oswald.
You think we landed on the moon?
Yes.
Okay. So you should vote for Kamala
Oh,
Harris.
okay. So we
Right in
didn't
with
land
the
on the moon. The Earth is flat. Wait, why do you think the Earth isn't flat?
Who said anything about the Earth being flat?
Do
I
you
asked
think
if
the
we
Earth is
landed on
flat?
the
Yes or
moon.
no?
I asked you if we landed on the moon.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
I'm not answering the question. I
Why
asked
do you think the Earth is flat?
I asked you a question.
You can't answer the question? Well, humans that existed 2,000 years ago could answer the fucking question and you can't? Thank you for the money gun. Thank you so much.
Okay.
You're telling me humans from 2,000 years ago that didn't even have basic fucking things for science that we have today. Appreciate the paper crate. Thank you so much.
So the
Didn't have a
pyramids were built with
supercomputer in their
chisels and hammers
pocket.
too, right?
Know more than you about the shape of the Earth. You're telling me that?
I'm telling you that you think that the pyramids were built by chisels and hammers, right?
Appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, historical evidence indicates that. Now, do you want to respond to this? So you think that you have less fucking knowledge about the shape of the Earth than people that existed thousands of years ago?
Okay, so then how come when you look at the United Nations
Wait,
map,
Tim Dog, do you want
it's
to answer my
flat?
question? Is the Earth flat? Yes or no?
How come the United Nations
Is
map
the Earth flat? Yes or no?
Well, how
Thank
come
you,
you look at the
Power.
global
Thank you so
map?
much, Leslie.
Okay, let me ask you a
Is
question.
the Earth flat? Answer the question. Appreciate
Yes,
the
I
Thank you so much.
yes, the Earth's flat.
Okay, the conspiracy this, conspiracy that, conspiracy here, conspiracy
You wanna know
there,
what the-
conspiracy fucking everywhere. Because the
please.
fundamental basis of your ideology, of your worldview, is predicated off of conspiracy. This is what they use to control you. They use things like conspiracy because you believe in it without any evidence. And they can construct the entire narrative if you believe things based upon conspiracy. You're controlled by them because they can create any story they want, and you will believe it because you believe in conspiracy. That's how they control you. That's how people like Donald Trump, criminals, that's how people literally
Who's
that
them?
have
Who's
control
them?
control
Who's
you
controlling
over and
you?
over again. I just described to you people like Donald Trump,
Yeah, you're out of your
Republicans,
mind.
appreciate the hand art, thank you so much.
How come-
People that
how
are
come the
literally
treaty- how come-
exploiting you. That's what they're doing. They're exploiting you so that he can get away from his crimes. That's what he's doing. And he can manipulate you because you believe in conspiracy. This is why I come up here and I've argued against conspiracy, not only here in politics, appreciate the little crown, thank you so much, but against religion, conspiracy, against conspiracy about Trump, not the assassination attempt.
This is
I will
what's
argue
when
against
somebody
conspiracy on
disagrees with
every
you.
point because the fundamental thing that destroys the
You
unity
cannot
of this
attack them.
nation is the fact that people believe in conspiracy, and any side of the aisle can create any narrative they want, any story they want, and you'll believe it because you will believe anything they say because they agreed with you before, and you already have conspiracy as a fundamental basis of your framework.
You want to know what the
Hannah,
difference
thank you for the
between
$10. Thank you so
conspiracy
much.
and truth is?
What's up?
What's the difference between a conspiracy and the truth?
Evidence.
How about 9 to 12 months?
No. You,
So the
you're
Russian
just-
the Russian dossier that was made up.
Oh, okay,
right?
so you
It was
believe the Earth
real.
is flat. So 9 months
How
from
come
now,
the treaty
wait,
of
wait, wait. So at
1958
what
is the
point?
only international treaty never broken?
So at what point will you tell me? At what point will we know the Earth is flat? You said about it's going to not be a conspiracy here pretty soon. But didn't they say that like 100
In
years ago?
1958, there was a treaty done, okay, between every nation, and it's the only.
Wait, but
treaty
I thought this
never broken.
information was going to come out here in a few months. Haley,
No.
thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Haley. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Susanna. Thank you
I'm
for the
glad you need the
$5. Thank you
$20,
so much, Susanna.
I'm glad you need the $20. Listen.
Oh, are you mad that I got money? Are you jealous, Tim? Tim, are you jealous?
I'm so
Are you
jealous,
jealous?
you
Someone
fucker.
sent me $20.
Oh, yeah, I'm so jealous.
Can we
Listen.
get some baby bottles in the chat for Tim, everyone?
How come the treaty of
Let's get some baby
1958
bottles for Tim in the chat, everyone. Tap that screen. Let's get to 1 million likes. If you want to support me, there's always Venmo, Cash App in the bio because it really makes Tim really angry. Yo, Russell, thank you so much for the money gun. Thank you
No,
so
I
much.
just think that you speak from liberal talking points and you have no substance.
Appreciate
you
the
have
hand
no
massage. Thank you so
reality
much.
of the world.
Wait, so what liberal talking points?
Everything
Terry,
that
thank you
say,
so much for the
can turn on
$5. Thank you so
CNN
much.
And you could just be spitting all these things that you're saying.
I wish
You
someone.
come with
I
made-up
wish. I wish
facts.
CNN had
You
someone
make
like
up your
me.
own facts. You
I
make
wish
up your own
CNN had
facts.
someone like me, but CNN doesn't.
You make up your own facts, and then you just force them on people and say, this is true.
What
without
what
any
fact did I
evidence.
make up? Tell me, what fact
Okay.
did I make up?
You made up the facts that you make up about everything
Appreciate that mustache. Thank
with
you so
Kamala Harris. Okay?
What fact? What fact did I make up?
Okay. You say Trump is a threat to democracy, but you didn't.
That's
not
a fact.
One person, not one.
I didn't
person
make that
voted-
up, and it's a fact. He did it
Not,
himself.
Not one person
Appreciate
voted
Little
for
Crown.
Kamala
Thank you so
Harris
much.
in the primary, and you say that that's democratic.
Yeah,
That
so we
the-
voted. We voted for Biden Harris. Also, again,
No,
the
Biden's
delegates.
not running.
Yeah, Biden stepped down, so the vice president steps up. We also voted for delegates. The delegates.
When has
pick,
that ever happened in
The
the history?
delegates pick based upon the what the voters want. The voters wanted Kamala Harris based upon a huge amount of polling. Tanisha, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so
Kamala
much.
Harris is the
most
least
of the
popular
Democratic.
vice president.
Be quiet. Most of the Democratic Party prefers Kamala Harris to be president of the United States. Right now, her approval rating. Do you want me to pull it up on 538? It's probably higher than Trump's now. I
Fake
hope you know.
numbers. Fake numbers.
It's not fake. Betsy, thank you for the $3. Thank you so much. You just deny it. Wait, I have a question. You say her numbers are fake. So how did you know that she had the lowest approval rating if the numbers are fake?
Because I don't believe anything that they put out about her numbers. And when the
So
Democrats
then why
poll-
did you believe that the numbers
when you
were fake?
When you poll 80% Democrats.
So why did you believe the numbers were fake? Wait. So you said the numbers back then, you don't believe them, right?
You want to?
So the numbers that she didn't get votes in the primaries, you don't believe them, right? Because they're fake.
numbers before
Thank you,
she was
thank you so much. They're all fake though, Tim, right? So
Yes.
then why do you
The
believe the ones in the past? They're fake, right?
The percentage of her.
He got
approval
caught.
rating-
Winter, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Winter. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Winter in the chat. Just kidding. Thank you so much for the hand art.
Kamala Harris didn't garner one vote in the primary, and you think that Trump is a threat to democracy. That's a
Oh
fundamental.
wait, but you don't believe the numbers. They're fake, right?
Okay, so before.
So how do you know she didn't get a single vote? They're fake numbers.
Because you didn't. Nobody voted for her. They didn't have a
No,
primary.
Tim. She got all the votes. Every single person voted for her.
Please, dude.
The numbers are fake. Tim, remember the numbers are fake. Every single person voted for her.
So you
Appreciate
think
that mustache. Thank you so much.
So let's go by your
Appreciate the
premise.
hand arts. Thank you so much, Millennial.
Let's go by your premise that the numbers were real before she was elected as the.
Wait, no, I was going based upon your standard, Tim. That's
No,
what's
go ahead.
relevant here.
So listen. So before she was running, her numbers were horrible. She was the least liked, lowest approval of any vice president in history, the lowest
Not
approval
true.
rating in the Senate.
Not true. JD Vance has a lower approval rating.
Oh please. And now that she's running and the liberal left media.
JD Vance has a way lower approval rating. Do you know what JD Vance's approval rating is?
I don't care about
Heidi,
JD
thank you for the
Vance's approval
$10.
rating.
Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you for the $10. Heidi, thank you so much for the $24. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Heidi?
And this is what you
W's
do
for
when
Charles
somebody-
and W's for Winter. Thank you so much. Downlaw, thank
somebody
you so much for
says
the boxing
something-
glove. Thank you so much.
Yeah. When somebody says something that you don't like, you just start.
Hey Tim,
talking
how does it
about
feel to have
you
negative aura?
$5.
I appreciate Jess. Thank you for the hand mustache. How does it feel to have negative aura?
I have no negative aura, dude. I just
You
can't.
do have
stand-
negative aura. Christine, thank you for the $50 fudge.
You're an
Tim's not very
NPC.
mindful. He's not very demure.
You're an NPC, and you're the
You're an
first
NPC,
guy-
Tim. Tim,
You're the
can I
first
ask an
guy to die
NPC
in
question?
this comic
Hey,
shop.
Tim, can you